Oh my gosh, are we going to do this 2 days in a row? Unbelievable. We're back. Guys, how you doing? We're here for the last hour of trading. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here. Stock Markets with Bruce, where we try to explain the stock markets. Guys, how you doing? We're here for the last. We try to explain the stock markets in plain English. Um, have you noticed the Dow? It's up 218 points. A little turnaround again today. I think we were, if I'm not mistaken, I thought we may have been 800 points to the downside for a short period of time. The low was 33,545. And we're at 34,576. So that's 1,031 points higher than the low. Again, another 1,000 point swing today. And we're up 211. So if we're up 211 and we've moved to 1,030, yeah, that was 820 points on the downside today. Like, holy moly. It didn't last long. The downtick was basically reached around 10 o'clock Eastern time for a few minutes. The market did kind of do a quick tailspin for the last 250 points and then had a quick rebound for 250 points. And then it just battled its way back down a couple hundred points for a couple hours. And then around 1 o'clock, it just said, that's it. And no other selling coming in. Here come the buyers. And we ran out of paper and we moved up. Very interesting day today. Over on the S&P 500, we're off 3 points. And on NASDAQ, we're off 88 points. Just going to take a peek if I can at those two markets. So the S&P, see if I can make this work here. There's the Dow. I'm just looking at a chart. Don't mind me. Yeah, I mean, we're at the high of the day right now in the S&P. We're within striking distance of breaking even, obviously. But it's at 4404 right now. The S&P 500 was down to 4291. So, it's 105 points, or more than that, 109 plus 5, 114 point recovery. And on NASDAQ, we actually hit the low of the day around just before noon today, it looks like. Yeah, we were at 13,425. We're at 13,738. So a 300 and 13 point gain from on the NASDAQ from where we were to where we are. We're down 120, still down 120, but we've gained back 338 points. Wow. So this one was down almost 500 points as well. Interesting day today on the market. We'll see if there's enough positive momentum and bargain hunters on this recovery to actually get all three markets to go positive, because it's only the Dow that has recovered, and the Dow Jones has only 30 shares that make up that average. The big ones, they're the big boys, but the 30 have been the leaders. The other two have been lagging, and we're down a fifth of a percentage point on the S&P, and we're down 0.8% on NASDAQ. Cheers, everybody from Palm Desert, California. So yeah, we have a ways to go yet for the other two indexes to go positive as well. It's not like yesterday where all three of them surged and went positive almost within 20 minutes. The Dow has been positive for a little while now, and the other two have not yet caught up. They're catching, but they have to keep coming on. And what I find odd is that the Dow is up almost a half a percentage point, and these two other indexes are still down. That's how much worse off they were. So we'll see. We're down 8 points on S&P and down 108 on NASDAQ, trying to put the rally together. Now, on the stocks we follow, Rocket Lab got down to as low as 824, just around 1130 today. And then it kind of hung around the 830, 840 level for a while, and then popped up. We're now back to 859. So we're 35 cents higher than where we were. We've traded 2 million shares, and we're off 13 cents. That's all we're down now, is 13 cents. So the break-even line is within sight here for Rocket Lab. We'll watch that, obviously. SoFi right now is $12.96. It's down 34 cents. They got down to $12.58, which really, it wasn't a terrible day. We've had not even a $1 swing on this stock. 12.58 for the low, 13.45 for the high. The 13.45 was first thing this morning. But now we were just around $13 here just a moment ago, 13.04. So, we're 30 cents away, 35. We're close. 61 million today. The volume is backing off now on SoFi. We're not going to see 100 million today unless something external big happens to make this want to trade like that. But right now, 12.96. GameStop. Oh my gosh. How are you guys doing on your GameStop? We reached a high of 104.94 at 10 o'clock this morning. I know that a bunch of you folks started writing calls when the stock was in this 102, 104 neighborhood. We did break down to a low of 95.02 around 12:30 today. That was the low. We're now at 98.87. We just tried to hit 100 a few minutes ago, couldn't do it. We're at 98.87. Volume 2.9 million. Curious to know if any of you were able to pull off any more trades. I know some of you were working on writing and buying back. So we'll see how that went. Now, Matterport, interesting story. This is probably the most interesting stock of the day. Matterport today, it was sitting near its low, which was 9.37 around 11:30 today. And the halftime report started at noon. So at 12 noon, the halftime report started. That's a TV show on Cnbc. Josh Brown was one of the talking heads over there. And Josh Brown was asked if he had done some trades. So he was asked to tell us what you did today. And Josh Brown mentioned two stocks. And the one stock he mentioned was Matterport. And he told the story about how he had bought into the stock a long time ago, and then it went all the way up into the 30s and came all the way, did a turnaround all the way back to here. And at the time he was on the air, when he started talking about it, Matterport was $9.50 or so a share, $9.50-ish. And he said, I bought more. He said, you never know when the bottom is. You don't know what the bottom price will ever be on anything. I don't know if this is the bottom of the market for the whole market or just this stock or whether there's a bigger correction coming from here. But I bought Matterport today to average my position lower because I can't resist this price. And the stock took a shot. While he was talking, it took a shot. It went from 9.54 to 9.92, went up like 45 cents. In 5 minutes, 3 minutes, as he was talking about everything. And from there, the 980 range, all the way up to 1076, which we had just 10 minutes ago. We're still up 3 cents at 1047, but we hit 1076 on Matterport from a low of 937. Now, that's a dollar, what's that, $1.40 practically, $1.39 move from low to high. Nice. 13.1 million volume. We're sitting at 1047 right now, up 3 cents. So there's what I talk about from time to time. You give me an outside mention like that, any kind of an outside unseen, force, anything can happen. And sure enough, Matterport got the shot. And so will it hold? I don't know, but it certainly was a nice turnaround, and there were a lot of people buying into that stock immediately. And so he commented also, there's nothing wrong with Matterport whatsoever. This is a stock problem. This is a shareholder problem, not a corporate Matterport corporate issue whatsoever. He was speculating that not only margin accounts and calls came through, but he was thinking that it is possible that a number of these smaller ETFs that are these technological disruptor type tech ETFs, he was thinking that these guys were getting sell orders because, again, what was happening was people are getting margin calls and they have to raise cash for other mistakes they've made, and they're selling whatever they can to raise money. And he thinks that some of these ETFs and some of these other funds are getting cash calls where people are requesting cash, which means that these entities have to sell stock in whatever it is they're holding. If they had 15 or 20 different stocks, They got to sell $100,000 worth of each one of those 15. They got to sell them. And that means down go these stocks. They got to sell more, and they have to adjust their portfolios and their adjustments and their ratios of ownership and who knows what. Some of these are index type, and others are just, I don't know, just tech funds, what have you. Anyway, he's thinking Matterport has had what I'll refer to as artificial selling. Selling, it's real selling, but not because Matterport's a bad company, because people are trying to raise money. Anyway, there you have it. 1048 now on Matterport, up 4 cents. It's the one green one that I'm looking at. 23andMe has recovered a bit. It's now down 15.5 cents, sitting at 442 and a half. Now 442, down 16 cents. The low was 422. So we've come back 20 cents from the low. The high was 464 first thing this morning. And we're at 442, down 16 cents. 1.9 million volume on ME. Spire, the low was 212 around noon, it looks like, 11:30, and also at noon. 212, it touched it twice. It's now 223. We've come back 11 cents. We're down 6.5 on the day only. The high was 228 first thing this morning. So this stock is only ranged from 212 to 228, 16 cents range from low to high. And we're at 223 right now, just below the 228. So we may actually have a break even on Spire or higher. Don't know. 364,000 traded. Now, ATIP opened this morning with a high of 326.5, cratered all the way to 304, 22 cents lower, 11 o'clock. And now has come back. It is now at 315.5, down 4.5 cents on 490,000. So small drop. Nothing too serious here. Wouldn't take much to turn it up a nickel, and we'll have an up day. So that's ATIP down 4.5. Smart Rent is up 8 cents right now. 710 is where it's at. The high of the day, 710 for Smart Rent. The low was 678, and that was at 115. That was an hour and 3/4 ago. So from 678 to 710, 32 cent run up on 455,000. We're at the highest level of the day on Smart Rent. Yay, yay, yay. Okay. Other than that, let's take a look at Cyxtera. It's up a dime. Cyxtera spent most of the day in positive territory. It's had a few negative moments, but not many. We're up a dime at 11.32. The high of the day, 11.38. Volume, 217,000. The low of the day was the opening of the day, 10.97. It didn't last there very long. It's mainly been between, I'd say, 11.10 and 11.25, and it's now 11.32. So we're up a dime. Thank you, Cyxtera. AMC, we've been following AMC all day since we got the breaking news that they feel they're in the advanced discussions to reorganize their debts, corporate debts. AMC at that time was around the $16 mark, $15.90, something like that. It bottomed out at $15.55 around noon hour. Then it came back to kind of the $16 level, and now it has come back up to $16.40, and it's holding at $16.21 right now. So it's off 43 cents on the session today. 37 million volume. That is disappointing, but then it's telling, isn't it? It's telling because this stock ran 500 million shares a day for like a week or two when it took the shot from 12 to 72. And here we are now with big news. 37 million volume, and it's off 48 cents. Again, though, as I mentioned this morning, any company that's in advanced discussions to reorganize existing debt, that can't be good for shareholders. I don't care how you paint this little pig. You ain't going to make it pretty enough to fool anybody. This is bad news, and the stock is reflecting some weakness. It's not, falling out of bed or anything, but I think a lot of people are kind of going, well, what's the deal? Like, what would be the deal? And then we'll react to it from there. Anyway, that's where we're at. 16.22, down 41 cents. Robinhood holding a 7-cent gain at 13.18. VanEck is down $6.47. It's at 268 after being as low as 262. VanEck So far in the last 52 weeks, the high $318. This is $50 off its high trade, and this is only in, I think, the last month. Yeah, it's $50 in a month on VanEck. This is an ETF filled with computer chip manufacturers, and there was an article, I just saw a headline in the Wall Street Journal that said, I believe it was Wall Street Journal, that said something like the U.S. chip supply for most corporations is averaging 5 days of supplies for chip supplies. That's it. They only have enough supplies for 5 days of production. So, chips come in and product goes out and the supply level is sitting at 5 days. That's not good. That I call that bad. I call it good for the chip manufacturers because you can produce them as fast as you want, as fast as you can, and there's buyers for it. But what's obviously not happening is that the chip guys can't produce chips at regular increments. They can't produce it at regular velocity. And so they're behind on orders and 5 day supply. Not good. That's not good for an economy. Anyway, VanEck down 616 on companies that cannot make product fast enough to suit their buyers. Amazing. Home Depot is down $328 to $360. The low is $352 today. The IBM is putting on a show. It's up $775 to $136.57. Touched $137.33 today. $136.57 right now, up $775. Fantastic. Great annual report or fourth quarter report. Very good. Even Josh Brown on his call when he was talking about buying Matterport, he mentioned IBM, and he was beside himself, saying this thing's only up $3. This should be double that. And sure enough, it's now double that. So it's up 781. And the street is listening to Josh Brown. But funny enough, way to go, Josh. All right, the Dow is now up only 83 points. We've given up some ground. The S&P is down 20. NASDAQ down 154. So the Dow is going to have more of a rally, and the other two markets have got to get their act together if they're going to go green at all. So there is a mixed response, a mixed recovery going on here on our stocks. The Dow is green, but not the other two markets, and we got to watch for that. See what happens. Oil is up $1.87 today. It's trading at $85.18 a barrel. Now, Microsoft is down $2.88 a share at $293.49. Now, the low was $2.85. So we've come back $8.50 a share on Microsoft from the low of the day, which is around 11:30 this morning. And we had a recovery yesterday. We were as low yesterday as, I'll tell you right here, 277. And here we are at 293. We are $16 better than yesterday's low, just to show you the recovery happening. But we are nowhere near last week's pricing of up to $312 a share. That was last week, 312. Last month, $343 on December 30. $343. We are $50 off on Microsoft right now from the end of December. This is trading at 32.8 times earnings. The earnings for Microsoft come out, I believe, tonight. And we're going to find out after the bell how Microsoft is doing. If their numbers are blowout numbers, which I suspect they are, then that PE multiple we have will be readjusted. They'll get rid of the last quarter from a year ago and move forward to the next 4 quarters, which are the 3 quarters plus the quarter now. There's your latest 4 quarters. Your PE 1 year PE multiple will be 25, 24, 26 instead of 32, 33. We'll see. This could mean a serious rally coming Microsoft's way, like the IBM rally we've got going. This 797 gain on IBM doesn't sound like a lot when I tell you about stocks moving $20 a share, but an $8 move on IBM is massive for IBM. That is crazy. $1.35 is 1% We're up like 6% on IBM today. Let me, as a matter of fact, I happen to have a feature on my phone that'll tell me that 6.1% move on IBM today. That's huge for IBM. It's a Dow component. It's a big deal. We get a 6% move on Microsoft tomorrow. That is $36 a share, just to kind of put a bow on it. Deep in the money calls might not be a bad idea on Microsoft, you know? Apple is at 161.90, up 28 cents. They're coming up with their numbers on Thursday. We were this morning at 157, yeah. It hasn't really been much below that lately, so it hasn't been on a super sale. But the high for the year, 183, just under 183, we're $22 below the high of the stock. Look, if the shares come in, if this company comes in Thursday with blowout earnings on Apple, and it goes up 6%, like IBM went up 6%, we're talking a $10 move here to 171. What's wrong with buying deep in the money calls and then writing 175 calls later on? This morning, we watched Apple hit 157.02. One of our viewers was hoping it would stay down so they could buy their calls back. Unfortunately, the stock has rallied from 157 to 161.88. That's a 480 move today, intraday. And the earnings come up Thursday night, so we'll see what happens with that. All right. What else is going on here? Goldman is down $1.27 to $342. Big recovery from $330 this morning. $12 turnaround. Yesterday morning, we were as low as $327, and now we're at $341. The turnaround has happened on Goldman, and I think we go higher. So you're going to be writing calls maybe tomorrow or the day after, because this stock's going to go up another $10-20. Cisco's down 44 cents. Facebook down $4.50. Amazon down $81. It was about $46 lower than this. $47 lower than this already today. It's still down 81. We're up $6 on Tesla, and Google is down 33 right now. Google was $45 lower earlier today, so it's come back a long way already. But this is why the NASDAQ hasn't turned. The Google, the Amazon, and the Facebook have not recovered completely. Neither has Apple or Microsoft. So they have not yet fully come back. Apple almost, only down 18 cents, but Microsoft still down 328. Hence why NASDAQ is doing what it's doing. Okay. Question, just noticed a question here from Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce. How about writing the other half of GameStop covered calls, 100s for February the 4th, April 4th, 825 to $9 range. Well, GameStop is actually moving up quite nicely right now. I wouldn't write against GameStop right now. I'd let it keep going. To me, it looks like GameStop wants to go higher right now. Let it go. Let it go higher. If it wants to go back up to 103, 104 like it had earlier today, let it go up there. That would put these calls at an even higher price. It might be a smarter move to write 105s rather than 100s for next Friday. Depending on how high the shares go now. So we've had a recovery this morning to 104, backed off to 95, and now here we are back to 100, 101. Let's see what's in the tank for GameStop to improve yet again, because this might not be just a little blip and then we'll go back down. This might be a bit of a push higher, and you got to let the stock do that because it's oversold, so oversold. Let's see how it goes. Don't want to hold people up, but sometimes you got to just wait. Rocket Lab up now only down 13 cents to 8.59. SoFi, 12.87 down 43. GameStop up 60 cents. Matterport holding a 16-cent gain to 10.61. Make it 17 cents now, 10.61. We have ME down 14 cents. Spire down 6. ATIP down 5.5. SmartRent up 13. Cyxtera up 6. We have 4 up stocks of the first 8 we like to follow the most. And we're close on a bunch of others. 12 cents on Rocket Lab, 14 on ME, 6 on Spire, and 5.5 on ATIP. The Dow up 93. We're 36 minutes to go. It's now up 96.5 points. S&P down 21. NASDAQ down 164. So we'll see if the Dow can rocket higher again and drag the S&P and NASDAQ behind it. We'll see if those two indexes want to join the party and go green or not. All right. Anti-PC, smart rent going higher. How about that? Yeah, man, there it is. Blowout numbers, Microsoft, question mark. Uncle Bruce, you know they're going to hammer them on the Activision acquisition. They already took profits on that news. Now they'll hammer them down on the corner. Maybe BW, but maybe not. They could have hammered IBM, but they didn't. It didn't go back to 114 a share. It went up $7. We've already had the $50 hammer already on Microsoft, so we might be oversold on this thing. And your thinking might be what a lot of others are saying and thinking. And guess what? The stock will do the opposite. You know how this goes sometimes. Ooh, the fear index dropped from 35 to 29 today, so that's a good sign. Let's see. The credit savage says, Uncle Bruce, my wife is on her third covered call of the day on GameStop. Laughing out loud. Seems like you can do this all day if the stock lets you. Absolutely. You can score again, and again on a stock. If you've got that range figured out, you nail it and take the money. Absolutely. I cashed my call, says Nacho Concern, on Goldman Sachs out. I made another 30%. I'm too chicken to keep it until this Friday. Taking profits day by day after getting whooped last week by it. There you go. It's okay. Taking profits is okay. Let's see. What else is going on? Can we start writing calls on SoFi? Not yet. No, not yet. 1282. Let's go. You can anytime you want. Of course, Chris Savage is right. You can write a cover call anytime you want on SoFi. But should you? Probably not. Not until it gets closer to the 20s. There you have it. Bobby is saying to France, what it's worth. I wrote 3 SoFi for 14s expire this Friday. There you go. Like I say, it's now 12.82 down 48 cents. What I'm waiting for SoFi in this one particular stock's case, I'm waiting for any one of these following items to happen. The first one I'm waiting for is like a Josh Brown event. I'm waiting for a Josh Brown, which we got on Matterport today. Josh Brown just mentioned that he bought Matterport down here because it's ridiculously cheap and he averaged down. He likes it. He bought more. I'm waiting for any other on-air personality that's a trader to say exactly the same thing about SoFi. They're going to come out and say, I own this stuff at 15, I own it at 18, and now they got the bank charter, and this stuff is at 12.81. I just bought this stuff. That's all I'm waiting for. That right there could be a $2 to $3 move just on that move right there. That's one thing that could happen. The second thing that can happen is a number of analysts are coming out any day now. I am certain of it. There will be analytical reports coming out on SoFi talking about the bank charter and the growth of their client base and anticipating a better earnings report coming up on this upcoming quarter. And they're going to upgrade now. They're going to jump the gun and upgrade the stock. That could move the market. And then the other thing I'm waiting for, whoever it is, and I think it's more than one, whatever entities are having to sell SoFi to raise money to take care of debts elsewhere, they're going to run out of this stuff. They're going to run out, and they're going to have sold all of it, and they're going to be flat, and they have no more to offer. And when that moment happens, and it will be brutal, sudden, and violent, the moment that happens, you're going to have a teeter-totter where you've got the fat kid on the one end sitting on the teeter-totter and there's no one on the other end whatsoever. And that's where this stock takes off because there's nothing for sale and the buyers just keep piling in with the fat kid wanting to get on the ride. And I think we're on our way. And when this stock turns, we will have one of those $5 days followed by 2 or 3 $3 days right behind it. And you're going to look at me and go, whoa, I can't believe it went to $28 in 3 days. I can't believe it did that. And that's what's going to happen with SoFi. So when it goes, it's gone. But I can't tell you the minute, the second it'll happen, but that is possible. Again, for one of those reasons or all three of those reasons, a combination, it could be like a whole week where we get the first thing happened, then the second thing happened, and the third thing happened, and the stock jumped and jumped and jumped again. And people are going to be on this channel with me, and there are going to be people bragging about how they've sold their calls because they're up 300% or whatever. And they're going to say a profit is a profit. I'm not going to get caught short again. And they're going to sell out when the stock hits 2021. Then it's going to go to 24, 26 a couple days later, and we're going to get another wave of you guys saying, I sold and I cashed in and it's wonderful. And then it's going to hit 28, 30, and you're going to go, I sold and I cashed in, it's wonderful. And then I'm going to have the rest of you go, I still got my stuff. What should I do now, Bruce? And that's when I tell you, hold on and write calls because we're going even higher. Anyway, we'll see. 1282 is where we're at. You remember Matterport at $14 a share before it went to 37? We're here on SoFi. Here we are. We're just here. That's all. The Dow is now down 67 points on the day. When I started this show about 31 minutes ago, we were up 210 points on the Dow. We're now down 73 points. That's a 280 point dump off. S&P off 44, NASDAQ off 251. GameStop making a liar out of me, 99.65. But I am not so convinced that we are going to crater on GameStop right now. I kind of get the impression maybe we bottomed out, maybe for the moment. We'll see. A 99.58 on GameStop, down 57 cents on 3.2 million shares. Time will tell. Okay, Rocket Lab is falling. It's off 22. SoFi is falling off. It's off 51. GameStop down 54. Matterport holding a 9-cent gain, but only 9 cents. I stand corrected. Matterport just jumped. It's now 13 cents higher. 10.57. ME down 15.5. Spire is down 8.5. ATIP down 5.5. SmartRent is easing up a bit. It's up 6. Cyxtera giving up some ground, up 4 cents. AMC looks like it's faltering again. 1609 down 55. Robinhood barely hanging on with a 5-cent gain. Bannock down 880 and falling. Home Depot 495 now 504 falling. IBM 712 giving up ground. Dow Jones down 82. S&P down 43. NASDAQ down 243. We are falling. Microsoft down 536 and sinking. Apple down 91 cents. We were even on this thing just 10 minutes ago. We're sinking now. Goldman down 232. We're hanging on. Cisco down 76, giving up ground. Facebook down 645. It's falling. Amazon down 92, falling. Tesla down $1, backing up. Google down $50, backing up right now. Royal Caribbean, $80.02, up $1.28. Unbelievable on Royal Caribbean. The low today, $75.89, now back to $80. Target down 645 and falling fast. Costco down 1188 and falling. It got up to 482. It's now 477. It's lost $5 in 20 minutes. The low today, 472. We are backing off on the indexes. We're down 1/4 percentage point on the Dow, 1% on S&P, and 1.79 on the NASDAQ. We're backing up. Somebody said something. Costco down 11, as I say. Walmart down 279. Nvidia down $9 and falling. Who else is coming off? Let's see here. Netflix down $19 to $368. We've got Micron down $1.83, Intel down 84 cents, Coinbase down 517. So there's selling coming in. Moderna's down 242 at the moment. There you go. GameStop is up 4 cents to $100.19. I sense GameStop is not interested in a newer low today. It seems a bit better right now. It seems There's something going on with GameStop. It's outperforming everybody. So you GameStoppers know what there's something cooking. I don't know what it is, but something looking good right now. Looking better. Matterport's still up 12 cents. Okay. Let's go. A lot of folks talking about writing calls and not, and when is the right time and not. Do we know when SoFi releases their next earnings? Does everyone know? John says he thinks it's the 9th of February. It sounds about right, too. Let's see. Do you think that Spire will get some love like SoFi and MTR? CNBC, I'm still dreaming when it was 1950. And what else have we got going on here? I'm not writing calls on SoFi unless it gets to 15 or until February when there's lots of buzz on SoFi because of the Super Bowl. So we'll get a pop. Question is, so when is the best time? Yeah, I think SoFi between now Super Bowl time, yeah, I can get a lot of promotion, but it's the earnings that'll do. We're going to do it. The Super Bowl won't take the stock anywhere seriously. It'll give it exposure, yes, but I don't see the connection between the Super Bowl game and the stock going up. I see awareness of the company, yes. What will make the stock go up is the quarterly financials outdoing the estimates, where analysts will go, "Oh wow, we're way off. This thing is really coming on." And I'm now looking for these earnings projections to come forward because of the bank charter. That's now what I'm looking for. The estimated next quarter, the next quarter, the next quarter, all being revised higher and higher and higher. And this is where analysts will come out and say, and bloggers and vloggers will come out and say, SoFi is now showing the kind of potential net profit potential here, gross earnings and so on, to justify a $35 valuation. That's kind of what I'm looking for. We'll see. FYI, SoFi earnings on February 9th. Estimate is a loss of 15 cents a share. Well, they lost last quarter 6. They're supposed to lose 15 or 20, and they lost 6. Let's see what's going on here. Anyway, let's go. SoFi earnings March 1. Okay, March 1. Here we go. Okay. Oh, good. I need to buy more SoFi as it's low. Projection's still the same on this thing. I don't know. Mike is saying last quarter earnings per share were down 22 cents. I thought they were better than that. I thought they were much better than that. They still beat projections. Yeah, Michael, I know they did, but I don't think it was 22 cents. Rocket Lab down 21. SoFi down 48. GameStop down 30 cents to 99.85. Matterport up 12 to 10.56. We got ME at 444, down 14 cents. Spire down 9.5 cents to 220. ATIP down 6.5 cents at 313.5. SmartRent up 7. Sexera down a nickel. We have 22 minutes left in the session. We're at 99.85 on GameStop, down 30 cents. The Dow's down 57 points. S&P down 42, and Nasdaq down 248. Might be too much of a nut to bring over the top with that loss on Nasdaq. We'll see what's going on. Delahoe thought they lost 5 cents a share. That's what I thought. I thought it was 5-6 cents a share, not 22. I thought it was projected to lose 14, and they only lost 5. That's what. For some reason, that sounds familiar to me on SoFi last quarter. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. GameStop, $100.06 a share. It doesn't seem to have a problem going back over 100. When it has a little run, it pops over 100. There's no resistance on the 100 level. There's no support at the 100 level. It's just there. The stock is just comfortable trading around 100 right now on GameStop. Unchanged, $100.16. Unchanged. Volume on GameStop, 3.26 million. Not heavy, not super light, just kind of mediocre. That's it. Michael, yep, 5-cent loss. My bad. You guys are right. B Fitz, Bruce. SoFi calls seem expensive right now. Tens. If you want to buy $10 SoFi calls for January 2023 are $5.45. So they're worth $2.89, and the rest is premium. But they're only 16% higher than the lows just before bank charter. Is it an opinion you'd consider anyway? Is this an opinion you consider anyway? B Fitz. I find it. A 545 price is still a high price to pay for an option. I would prefer to buy in the monies, further in the monies. Like if you can buy 750s that are 6.5 that are only like $1 premium, I'd go there. But you're approaching half the price of the stock, so that's it's pricey. 545. You need the stock to hit 1545 to justify the book value versus the 545 cost. Obviously, you have a year of time. That's why they are trading at 545. Could you get 8s or 9s? A little. Can you get more book value? Is where I'd be after. I think anyway. If let's see what else is going on. That's going on. Okay. People are talking about the SoFi numbers and they're guessing where they're going to be and where they were and where they could be and how they could be and whatever. Notice latest GameStop. Notice that $100.73. It's up. It's green right now. The Dow just went up. We just went from 13-point gain to 41-point gain. S&P is coming on right now. It's improving. It's down 29 points. NASDAQ now down less than 200, but we're down to 19 minutes. The Dow has probably got a little computer program on the buy side, but will it be enough to really spur the other markets to come along? I don't know. We're at 36.96, 36.96 points gained on the Dow at the moment. GameStop up 52 cents. I will give it that. It is holding its own. Matterport 1060 up 16 centinos. Good to see the Matterport battling back. We're holding an 8-cent gain on Smart Rent, but Sextera is down a nickel right now. Okay. What else is going on? Good. I'm hoping to get my SoFi Leap for less than 500 tomorrow. I keep seeing 470 in my head. There you go. Time will tell. Okay. The Dow is now negative again. Is that right? Let me double check here. Yep, negative 7.5. These computer programs come in with buy programs and then sell programs right away. Now we're +4 on the Dow. We are really running back and forth here like crazy. Down 3 on the Dow. 36-point loss on S&P. 221 on NASDAQ. So we have crazy volatility going in here at the moment. Okay. Home Depot is down 420, but climbing back. IBM holding a 748 gain. Microsoft down 480. Apple down 70 cents. Goldman down $1.52. Cisco down 61 cents. So there's some quotes there. Okay, back to over here. We're plus on the Matterport. We're plus on GameStop. We're in the green there. We're up on Smart Rent, but that's all. We're down 16 cents on Rocket Lab. We're up 46 on SoFi. We're down 13 on ME. Down 8 on Spire. Down 6.5 on ATIP. And we're down 7 cents on Sextera. Okay, John, have a great rest of the week, everybody. My big boy job has me traveling and in meetings the rest of the week. Have SoFi Moon while I'm out so I can quit this dang job. Right on. You betcha, John. We'll do what we can for you. We've got the Dow now +1 point, just a point higher. Now I'm showing it down 16. I'm showing S&P down 39 and NASDAQ down 235. The NASDAQ is not interested in joining a happy party right now. It's in a pity party all itself, down 232 at the moment. So we've got red going on the market right now, everybody. That is the dealio. Wish I could be giving you much happier news. Interesting though, you know what? This GameStop $100 call option that dies on Friday. This morning, the stock was 101. That sucker was 8.5. It's now showing on my computer 565 bid because it dies on Friday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. It's got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 3 days plus 15 minutes is all this contract has left. It is losing gas with a 565 bid right now, and it's only 69 cents in the money. So this is coughing up some ground right now, interestingly. Alrighty, is it possible the stock could go up? Yeah, the stock could go to 105 tomorrow to start the day. Would put this contract 5 in the money, but it would probably only trade at 750, and obviously a $4 backing off will drop that contract $3 quickly, 3.5 very quickly. So yeah, it's going to get more volatile and more scary on those 100 calls for sure. Anyway, there it is. Bobby Hubby says, "Hey folks, what's happening? I had to go to trade in my pop bottles for some more dry powder. I'm all red today about buying the dip here. Save some for tomorrow," says NTPC. Save some for tomorrow. GameStop, $100.84, up 69. Matterport up 13 cents to 10.57. Rocket Lab trying to mount a bit of a comeback with 15 minutes to go. 8.54, down 18 cents. And SoFi a little better here in the last few minutes, down 43 cents, but 12.86 now, down 44. ME down 15, not going anywhere. Spire down 8.5, not going anywhere. ATIP down 6.5, not going anywhere. Smart Rent up only 4 cents, now losing its mojo. Sextera down 2, trying to come back to break even. There's the latest on this market. GameStop, $100.84. It would appear. Let's see, $100.53, up 38 cents on GameStop. Here we go. When can we hear about massive margin calls, Uncle Bruce? You think that is what's going on? Retail keeps getting hammered down, so they need to hear news of many of the titans being chopped down. Well, brokerage firms don't brag about how badly their clients do. They don't like talking about that. That's not good for the firm's image. So you're not going to get brokerage firms going, "Hey, we have five hedge funds that had the brains blown out this week." They're not going to talk about that. That's talk on the street maybe, but not from brokerage firms. There is something known as discreetness there. Anyway, what can I say? We're up 24 on the Dow. We're down 33 on the S&P. NASDAQ down 219 right now. NASDAQ down 219. Okay, that's the deal. Let's see here. DQ wants to know, what did I miss? Michael, I explained how to fix ATP if it breaks. Yeah, I caught that on the chat, says DQ. There you go. We are right here, still down 18 on Rocket Lab and 44 on SoFi. GameStop up 69 cents. Matterport up 11. There's where we're at there. The Dow now looks like down just 1/4 point. And now I showed up 13 points. So it's very active. 35-point loss on S&P. NASDAQ down 224. Okay. GameStop up 68 cents. There you have it. Auntie is giving us the thumbs up. So, Uncle Bruce, I need a nap as well, says Lobo Blast. Had to call customer services, Michael. Oh, gosh. I tried to get a nap in today. I couldn't shut down. Now it looks like I need one. This long day today. Followed by a long day after a long day yesterday. Yes. We're up 35 on the Dow. We're down 32 on S&P. We're down 215 on NASDAQ. Okay, that is where we're at. Thank you, all of you, for the thumbs ups here. 167 thumbs ups on this show. Thank you, guys. Appreciate those. If you're able to keep them coming. Those of you who want to join Jennifer and I for our class this week, we are on this Saturday at 10 o'clock Eastern Time with lesson number 11. Looking forward to having you join us We're going to talk to you about using poor man covered call trading strategies to say goodbye to your day job, how to quit your job, becoming poor man covered call writers. This is a phenomenal way for you guys to really write more calls on some senior stocks for a whole lot less money than you thought, rather than buying stock like IBM or Microsoft or Apple or Goldman Sachs, rather than paying from $136 to $340 a share, you can buy call options for a fraction of this kind of money. You're talking about maybe $800 to $1,000, $1,200, maybe with Goldman, 3 grand, 4 grand, 5 grand. You can buy calls for a fraction of the stock itself and write options against these calls, poor man covered call options, short-term contracts. So, if you had, for example, if you had enough money to buy 1,000 shares of Apple, or or let's say 100 shares of Apple. Let's just say 100 shares of Apple. That's $16,000. With 16 grand, I think you can buy 3 calls to write calls against on Apple, maybe more. If you had enough dough, say you had about $30,000, you might be able to write close to 6 to 10 calls on Apple at a time. This can be a huge difference in your bottom line, capital on hand, cash flow. Goldman Sachs definitely has been a real good vehicle for people to write poor man covered calls against. You can make some good money here. Once you get up to 10, 15, 20 calls in your possession, you can start writing 10, 20 calls on Goldman Sachs. You're bringing in some serious money here, and you're getting close to saying goodbye to your day job. You really are close. It does not take $1 million in capital to be able to be self-sustaining on option premiums. Join us Saturday. We'll tell you all about it. Okay, what else going on here? Why is Royal Caribbean going up, Bruce? Why? Oh man, more buyers and sellers. I suppose that's that's what it is. Royal Caribbean up $1.32 to 80.06. What can I tell you? Okay, the Dow is not going up. It's down 61 points, now 74 on the downside. We're down 50 on S&P, and we're down 283 on NASDAQ. GameStop is not going red. It's holding at $100.16. Something is up on GameStop. It's getting support here around 100 a share without too much difficulty. It's not taking a dump here. This is a very interesting sign. Matterport holding a gain of 3 cents at 10.47 a share. Okay. Yeah, we'll be watching this. Let's see. What else is going on? Here we go. Oh, by the way, NTPC says, I read an article last night by Morgan Stanley saying that stocks will plunge 10% more and to double down on defensive stocks. There you go. Bruce, article. When Goldman Sachs was 400 and you bought a 375 in the money call, what do you do? What do you do? No, that is way below. Just sit and wait, hope it recovers. Well, yes, that's one option, but the other way to play it is to roll down and sell this one off and buy a lower priced call and keep writing covered calls. That's another way to play this, because obviously whatever covered calls you wrote against this call, if that's what you did, has dropped dramatically. You now sell the 375 and buy a 350 or a 340 or lower and keep on going and just keep writing calls. Let's see here. Yeah, I've been in meetings all afternoon. Any GameStop covered call thoughts, Uncle Bruce? Not right now. At 100 a share, we don't seem to be dropping very much right here. Earlier today, there was an opportunity to write at the 103, 104 level, and it did crater out at $95, but it's recovered now back to this 100 level. And even though the Dow is off right now, 132, I think. Let me see this market now. Now 83. We're down 132 a minute ago. The Dow is off, S&P is off, NASDAQ is off, and GameStop won't drop. And that's telling me that something good is going on right now. So you want to wait to see if the GameStop wants to recover to 105, 110, 15 tomorrow, and then take a look at writing 115, 120s for Friday or next Friday. See what's going on. I did okay on 2 of the puts on Royal Caribbean, but I didn't sell the other 4. I think it would keep dipping, says Bobby. Matterport announces former SAP executive Ben Korzer as managing director of its Asia Pacific operations to scale Matterport adoption across the largest property markets in the world. Interesting. Not sure if that was mentioned. I don't think I mentioned that. What else is up here? Drop is saying that I'm so excited about the market. I'm making steak and eggs with salsa verde with potatoes and veggies. See, BW Bruce, this is why we're all loading up on SoFi, because it's going to be the next Goldman Sachs, and we're all going to retire on it. Just waiting for upward movement any day now, right? There you go. It's so simple, really. Michael saying, Seneca, I was an engineering student at school, so I'm with you on this one. Let's see. Here we go. BBG reported December 15th, Hong Kong's Thai-born to shut $2.8 billion hedge fund. Interesting. Gowdy, I'm cool with waiting. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. I'm thumbs up number 189 for you. Rosie, I have a Goldman Sachs 350 long call expiring June. Buy back and roll over, strike, or wait. Goldman Sachs 350. You're so in the hood. 342 on the stock right now, 341.50. Well, if you want to buy, you want to write calls, you're going to have to go lower. So, it'll run you a little more to make the rollover. You'll have to pick up a 330 or 335 by selling this one and rolling into that one. But otherwise, wait for the stock to come back to 350. Beyond that, you can write calls. I don't know. Let's see. Beach Boy, December 26th, 15 December 2021's London-based Lansdowne announced in July last year that it was closing its $2.5 billion main hedge fund after being hit with some of its worst. BBG reported. That's interesting. Interesting right there. Thank you, Beach Boy, for that. We're down 68 on the Dow right now. Let's see if this is still the same here. Down 41 on the Dow, down 49 on S&P, down 297 on NASDAQ. We have a red day today, no question about it. 3 minutes to go. That is what we are watching right now. Apple is 159.56, down $2. Microsoft down 8. Over on GameStop, we're at 99.68, down 47 cents. It's hanging right in there. We've got GameStop at $100 a share here, hanging around, not giving up any ground of any note. Matterport only down 2 cents. We're down 18 on ME. We're Spire down 8.5, ATIP down 3. Smart Rent unchanged. Cyxtera down 3. Most of our growth stocks are not doing that badly in this poor market that we're getting closing in on here, but we're getting people getting kicked out, which is good. Yeah, let's see what's going on. Just waiting for Powell to tank the markets tomorrow and pick up some bargoons. There you go. We'll see if that happens. We'll see what happens. 63-point drop on the Dow, 50 points now. 52 on S&P, 308 on NASDAQ at the moment. GameStop 99.63. 99.69 at the moment. Volume on GameStop 3.4 million. Volume on SoFi at 12.76, 70.1 million shares. AMC here down 60 cents to 16.04. It's weakening out as the day winds up here. Last couple of minutes, 41 million on AMC. Not a lot of heavy volume there. Smart Rent up a penny at the moment, and GameStop 99.79. Can Powell say anything that'll help the market? If he comes off a little dovish, that might help the market. We'll see what he says tomorrow. GameStop getting hammered in the last minutes of Scully. Let's see, 99.59, not too bad. Ooh, well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Boy, oh boy, the Dow down 44, S&P down 49, Nasdaq down 305. There's our market. We're down to the last minute, getting ready for Larry to hit the bells and tell us to pack it up for another day. Take a pill, relax, and see what's going on tomorrow. We're just about there. Thank you, Larry, in advance. Waiting for Larry to hit those bells. My AMC covered calls are up 40% this week. Looking good, says Nazareth. There's Larry ringing the bells. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that, Larry, letting us know we are done for the day. The Dow looks like it lost about 52, and we're off 53 on the S&P, and Nasdaq is down 318. The Nasdaq's down 2.3%, S&P down 1.2%, and the Dow is down 0.19 of a percentage point. So it was a quiet one on the Dow for us today. Thank you, Larry, from Joanne. Right on. Pack it in. Let's go to the pub, says Larry. Hi, Bruce. Jim Cramer seems to think markets will go up after Powell speaks tomorrow. Catherine, I wouldn't put past the idea that there's a possibility that from the Fed, we're not going to get pure hawkishness. We may get some cautious comments tomorrow because we have got world events happening here, and we've got economic underperformance going on in some areas of the economy, and there's no need to slam on the brakes on this economy, especially if inflation is showing evidence of slowing up already. If we're beginning to get the evidence that inflation is easing up quite nicely, this rush to raising rates is not going to be necessary. Maybe there's a couple of point rate hikes, but not 4. We'll see. We'll see. What the hey? Our Royal Caribbean is up. Feel like we're in a George Costanza opposite day, says Nancy. Nancy, I know what you mean. It's weird. It's red everywhere except Smart Rent up 4 cents, and over at Royal Caribbean, we're up $1.44 to $80.77. Norwegian's up 72 cents, and Carnival's up 47 cents. Those stocks are around 2021, 2069. Amazing. JP Morgan gained $1.59 today. It came through at the end, and American Airlines is up a nickel. A little gain there, but AT&T up 14 cents. We didn't get much in the way of green today. We really didn't. Interesting market when it's all said and done. GameStop at 99.78 is the final trade. From what I can tell you, it's now aftermarket, 99.79 on GameStop. Rocket Lab closed at 8.49. It's still the same price in the aftermarket. SoFi shut down at 12.76. It's at 12.75 in the aftermarket. Matterport was 10.39. It's 10.30 on the aftermarket. ME was 440, and it has not traded on the aftermarket. Spire was 221. It's 221 on the aftermarket. ATIP 316 at the end of the day. 310 in the aftermarket, down 6 cents. Smart Rent was 705, and it is 701 on the aftermarket. And Sextera is unchanged at 1119 on the aftermarket. There's nothing going on there. A whole lot of nothing today, says Trade. There you go. CNN reports today Evergrande asks international creditors for more time and warns that legal action could be destructive. Unbelievable. Wow. Microsoft is dying, says Test Donkey. Microsoft is dying. Right now in the aftermarket, 275 down 1349. The earnings must be coming out, and maybe there's consternation there. Let's take a look. Microsoft is 374.89 on 4.8 million. Waiting for any announcement there. Tesla is tanking down, says Anti-PC. Let's take a look at Tesla as well. It closed at 918. It's at 912.50. Microsoft, Cindy said, jumping over the place. I did buy an in the money call with a sold short. And BW is saying, yep, Nancy, yep, something's off. Oil's too high. No reason for it to be here. Cruises up and no reasons to be. It's like they want us over in that garbage and then take it on the chin with the other small caps. Microsoft fourth quarter results have been released. We're at 274.91 on Microsoft right now. And we're looking at Tesla at 913.30, down 510. Microsoft off 1440. How interesting that Musk sold at the peak, says Coyote. How interesting about that. We've got Microsoft at 275 right now, 4.9 volume. We have Tesla at $913 last trade, at 913.20, down 521. Waiting for official results to be released here. Rumor has it that Microsoft has released their financials. Okay, well, we'll see what's going on. Not seeing any headlines yet on Microsoft. I don't have anything yet. Okay. Cisco up 56 cents in the aftermarket. Oh, Cisco up 67 now in the aftermarket. Tesla down 540, 465 now. And Microsoft at 275, down 13. Goldman down 53 cents. Apple down 38 cents in the aftermarket right now. Okay. Let's see if I can make that happen over there. Boom. Okay. Tesla 914.25. And it's off 415 a share right now. Microsoft 273.97, down 14.59. Waiting to see if a release is coming. We're now at 272 on Microsoft, down 16.38. Let's see, breaking news. No, nothing yet on it. And the Dow, nothing yet. Waiting for any official news on Microsoft. 272.30, 914.25 on Tesla right now. That's what we have here. Here we go. Tesla second quarter sales beat estimates, 51.7 versus 50.8. And earnings 248 versus 231 per share, adjusted as expected by analysts, according to Refinity revenue. 51 versus 50 billion is expected. Microsoft dropping is Microsoft. If Microsoft dropping is just the more shorts trying to bail ahead of good news being reporting, getting ahead of it, what would you have been doing back in the day when a Microsoft company was reporting anything? Nothing. No, nothing. You just let it talk. Microsoft at 271.54, down 16.95. To me, this is a gross overreaction on the stock. They just make money no matter what. That's right, Michael. I'm with you there, sir. And we've got Tesla right now at 913.27, down $5 at the moment. Microsoft a little better now, 273.43, a little bounce back. And waiting to hear from the company directly. That's what we're waiting on right now. Down 14.50 share to 273.88. Tesla still at 213.65. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, 273.81. Microsoft, 274.80. Just coming back on now, 274.95, a little stronger on Microsoft. 913.87 on Tesla, a little stronger as well. 274.91 on Microsoft, down 13.58. It's bouncing back a little bit right now. Okay. 275.48 on Microsoft, down $13. 910 on Tesla, down $3 more. Just dropped $3 more. 276 on Microsoft is coming on. It's down 12.09 right now. So these stocks are moving in different directions. 277 on Microsoft, down 11. To 912 on Tesla. 276 to 277 on Microsoft. 276.94, just down 11.50 a share. We're at 911 on Tesla, down 741. 277.67 on Microsoft, down 10.63. 910 on Tesla, now down $8. So Tesla's dropping and Microsoft is coming on. Microsoft looks like it wants to go to 278 now, and Tesla's is at 911. Yep, 278.55 on Microsoft. We're coming on now. Tesla down $7.60. 278.50 on Microsoft, down 970. We've come back quite a ways on Microsoft now. Okay, 278.50 down 999 on Microsoft. 911.05 on Tesla, down 729. Okay, Microsoft looks like 279 is in the wheelhouse here. It's coming on quickly. We'll see if that clicks or not. 912.90 on Tesla, a little better right now on Tesla. 276.87 on Microsoft. Boy, oh boy. Oh, party more, man. It's been a long one for this guy. Earnings, Apple on Thursday. Yes, I bought a 255 Microsoft call for 318 and sold a 310 for Friday. Very interesting. Very interesting. Nice going. Go nap, Bruce. Oh, it's coming. Yeah, Apple is Thursday after the bell. 277, it looks like we're going to be on Microsoft. 912 on Tesla, it would appear. Yep, 912.13 on Tesla, down 627. Microsoft 276.57 at the moment, and I don't see any headlines on MarketWatch. That's the dealio. Well, folks, I am going to take the advice of some of my viewers. I'm going to pack it in here and try to get a nap in here. Couldn't get one in between the shows, but I sure could use one now. Join me tomorrow morning at 8:30 if you're a member of this channel or just a casual viewer. If you're a Gold Bagel member, one of these guys here with one of those, you're one of those. Join me before 8:30. We'll recap what happened tonight, and I'll give you some ideas on what kind of trades you might be looking forward to doing here. But thank you for seeing me today and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Thank you for the thumbs ups and support. 215 thumbs ups on this show. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow in the AM. Okay. We'll see you then. All right. I'm out of here. Thanks, Coyote. You guys take care. Very good, very good, very good. Take care, Qwerty. Okay, guys, take care. Bye for now.